Hello everyone, so we are now on day 4. And weather report. Blah blah blah. Clear and sunny all day tomorrow. Fortune teller. The spirits are somewhat mildly perturbed, blah blah blah. Living on the ground. Living on the land, not on the ground. This one's for you folks living in Stardew Valley. Check for spring onions southwest of town where the river meets the ocean. You can sometimes find a whole bunch of growing right out of the dirt. And so if we're lucky, we'll see some today. And so first things first is we're going to water everything. Yay! And so the parsnips should be done the next day from now. And that'll be the first bit of our harvesting. So what I'm gonna do today is probably go out fishing again. And almost enough for one pail, or well, one can, whatever. So I am going to toss my watering can in there, and I'm going to grab my fishing rod. And oh wait, I needed that yesterday, didn't I? I will do those other things later, so I guess I will just hang on to the hoe and the fishing rod. And I'm not gonna go get the, actually, I think there's something I'm supposed to be able to do now. I don't know. I will just go fishing today, so other than picking up these, I will just go fishing south of the farm over by that deep water area again. And first I'm going to check to see if there's any help wanted, because sometimes there are fishing ones. And so you have a time limit, and like I said, fishing ones. Trying to keep the art of fishing alive. I'll pay 90 gold to any fishing enthusiasts who catch 3 carp. Good luck, Willie. And if I'm not mistaken, the carps are caught in the river? You're welcome. I don't know. I'll find out. So, we will go over here and scoop these up before Penny gets there, and look at that, we got some bread. Perfect. And I didn't mean to cast there. I meant to run that way, and then cast. And we got a Joja Cola. More junk. But somewhat more useful junk, because it can at least give us some energy. And a little bit of health. There's also a way to angle your fishing cast so it doesn't always just come out straight. You can also have it like angled and stuff, but I have never been very good at it. There's a certain timing aspect that I have not mastered, and normally I don't really care as long as I can get into the deep water. That's all that matters, really. So I might be wrong about the carp being in the river. I think it's in the ocean. I don't know. We'll go to the ocean. And we have nothing. Yay! And we have seagulls. Fly away, shoebirds, shoebirds! And here's the first chest. And if I'm lucky, I will be able to get it. And I did, and I should be able to catch this fish. Yay! So it opens up the chest, and then it automatically opens up this, regardless of whether or not your backpack is full. And you have the option of taking any of it, or all of, or none of it, and then we hit OK. And so we got ourselves 3 coal. Yay! Oh, And we got another treasure chest. I'm gonna get that up a little bit more. And so sometimes getting the timing right, especially if the fish and the chest are in completely different time zones, so to speak, is making sure that you don't do what I just did. But there we go. And now to catch the fish. Now if it's some more challenging fish, I would, if your fishing level is also still pretty low, I would recommend just ignoring the chest. Because if you don't catch bait that we can't use yet, if you can't catch the fish, then whether or not you get the chest is completely irrelevant because you won't be able to get it. So we can't use the bait yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat this bread and drink this cola. And that gave me some energy. And so there's bait. Causes fish to bite faster, must first be attached to a fishing rod, and currently the bamboo pole does not have a fishing rod for us, and we don't have access to the next upgrade yet, so we can't use that just yet. But that's okay. We don't need it just yet. So, in terms of how I play, is definitely different to other players. Some players prefer to go as much money as fast as possible. So they won't do what I do and hang on to it. I usually hang on to some of the stuff, mostly because I know for the point system for the 2-year thing, I need a lot of stuff for cooking, and that makes it easier. And also for the community center. So the first thing I'm going to try to do is get the greenhouse unlocked, which will allow us to plant stuff any time of the year. And I will go through that some other time. So once we catch one more fish, hopefully before 4 o'clock, I am going to Willy, and I'm going to sell most of these. So I'm going to go ahead and sell these directly to Willy. That way I can fish some more. Here, have a smallmouth bass. And I can't remember if I kept one of those, but you can have these. I don't need these. And I'll keep them. Oh, we do have the other one, but we don't have enough gold. So this is the first one that you can use with bait. As you can see, there's a little hook within there. But, as I said, we can't afford it yet, so oh well. And so we have space for 4 more fish. And items stack, not all of them, but most of them stack 999 each. I think there's a mod to make it significantly higher. There's also a mod that freezes time. There's also a mod that increases speed. There's also a mod for teleporting, so on and so forth. There is a lot of mods. There's also a mod for tractors. But I prefer to play a game in its vanilla mode. And we got an anchovy. That was a nice. Now hopefully we can get another one that isn't just silver quality, because I believe we need that for the community center. And prefer to be able to sell that one. So I try to keep the regular qualities of the fish, just because there's more value in the, well, higher ones, hence the rankings of... Ah, poop, I did it again. Oh, if the fish is... There we go. And so I try to keep the regular ones to use for the community center. And that applies for, like, all things. Ooh! Now that's a lucky find. we are not going to make it. Never mind. I was gonna say, we'll go to the museum, but I'm like, I think it closes at 5. And it's clearly 5 already, so. But, I'll get through that in the next video because we won't be able to do that this time. I think. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, oh well, I'll do it the next video anyway. So that frozen tier is used for crafting and also is required for the museum and also for the community center, if I recall correctly. And so, as you can see, Gunther can tell you more about this if you donate it to the museum. Well, Gunther is the museum curator, and so you'll see more details about that in the next video, instead of rehashing it right now where you won't be able to see. Oh, how many more fish can we catch? Willie thinks he's going to catch more than us. And bye-bye glasses. Hello, silver sardine. Never did catch another anchovy. I'll probably toss the daffodil if we catch another one that we don't have already. But our fishing level should definitely go up. And that was one of the fish that was convenient. And we got ourselves the anchovy. Another silver one, so that's okay. So if I have to use a silver one for the community center, if that is in fact one that is required, then oh well. And I'll be able to show what's required probably in the next day as well. Oh, look at that, we got a regular one. What are we going to say goodbye to? Bye-bye, daffodil. Hello, anchovy. Ooh, that was close. So the nice thing about when you're reeling, time freezes, so you don't have to worry about that. That said, again, with multiplayer, it does not freeze. We'll say goodbye to the coal. Hello, halibut. Because I know I need that fish for something later. And so we're almost out of energy. Well, not almost out of energy, but I'm going to catch one more fish. Or seaweed. We'll call that a night. And if you see those, it usually means the fish rate is better. But if you're able to fish in the deep water, it's not that big of a deal. So we are going to go back to the farm. And then we are going to store some of these into our chest that we have. Because some of them I know are for required in the community center. And there'll be a little thing that'll be there that'll show you once the community center is unlocked. And something I forgot to do is, if you want to organize this, click that. So I know this is required, that's required. I actually think I need 2 of those. Sardine, I already have one in there. I'm going to throw that in there, that in there, and that in there. And then I think I have one of everything else. Those in there, and that in there, and this in there. And I'll pick up these things. Minus those. I just need those. Anyway. So I'm going to toss those in the chest, and I'm going to, I guess I'm going to take up my axe, and I'm going to go chop some wood down. And some by wood, I mean clearly some trees. And so as I mentioned before, I don't get too gung-ho with chopping down your trees because there's going to be an item called tappers that you can use. And those will give you stuff from the trees. And so we have a decent amount of wood. I'm actually going to use some of it to craft another chest, even though that basically took up half of it. But this way I can put my fishing stuff in here, so I'm going to mark that with that color because that's what I do with my fishing, even though you can't really see it right now. So I'm going to pick up all of those fishing things and I'm going to put them in here. And I'm also going to pick this up and place it there. As you can see, I got very sluggish because I'm exhausted. Fortunately, I was done for the day. And I had droopy eyes. Go to sleep. And that should be fine. And our fishing went up as I had surmised, and we can now craft bait. And we made a moderate amount of gold. And thus, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching!